Alright guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at FlexiPRINT standard text tool, and this will be found within the text tool feature. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, we head back into the program here. Now we've kind of briefly covered the text tool before, but now we're going to go into a little bit more depth. So if I go here on our secondary toolbar on the left, you will see we have this text tool. And if I click on all that button, we have three different options. Now the standard one is the first one. So this is your classic text tool that you might be used to. So I'm just going to use this as our first demonstration. So I'm going to type something. Let's make it am.co.za, sponsor of this video. Scale this one up so it nicely fits it. So let's just say we had to do like a mock type logo design. I'm going to use this font tool as our actual base. So now first of all, if I go back to our text tool, you don't have to be. If you just here, you can find all the text options. But if you want to do some fine tuning, then the text tool is very handy. So I'm going to go back to it. So now first of all, we have our font, which is over here. You can click the drop down menu, and keep in mind with all of these, or most of them, will affect what is selected, especially if you're in your text tool. So if I want to change only one element, I can always go to this one, change it, and you'll see now we have two different fonts there. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to keep it one font, and then this one looks pretty nice, I think. Get it slightly down and zoom in rather a bit, so we're nicely within the design. Okay, so then if I go back to my text tool now, the next one we have here is the font type. So that will be like if it's bold, all of that, and that will also depend on your actual font selected, whether it has it or not. The current one I chose does not have it, but this is where we'll be setting that. Then under that we have our actual font size. So I'm just going to grab this A here, select just the A, and then scale this one up. Let's make it quite a bit bigger, maybe about there. Zoom out a bit. Okay, and then the next one, we've got our font width. This I'm going to leave at 100, but this you can actually set your actual letters width. You know what, let's for the fun of it just set this up a little bit, make it 120. And then after that we've got slanting or character slant. If you want, you could do a form of italic. So even though this font doesn't have italic, I could go here and adjust the slant and give it a bit of italic there, but I'm going to keep this at standard. And some of these settings, as you see on the far right, we have extra settings, this one and the one here at the bottom. With the actual slant, what we can do is we can flip the entire font on its side as so, but I'm just going to leave this standard. And then after that we've got our tracking. So this will pretty much be the spacing between the characters. So I have to decrease this, you will see they come closer, they start hugging each other, or make it bigger, they space out. This one as well, I'll just leave at standard, so you at least know what it does. And after that we've got a vertical offset, which is handy. So let's say we are doing a form of logo design. I'll grab this A, just the A, then I will set the actual character offset to a negative. Zoom here so you can see. So instead of going to a positive value, I'm going to decrease this. I can adjust this if I want, so it nicely fits there in the center. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this letter a bit more narrow, but make it taller, so we can nicely fit this. If this had to be like a logo design, this will be ideal. Move this to the bottom, and then we get maybe something in this line. Then under that we have our actual line spacing. So if we have multiple words, we can adjust that with this one, which I will show you shortly. Okay, so now what I can do is, let's say we go to make another line here, and then I'm just going to paste in achievement matters, zoom out a bit so we can see the whole thing. Let's fit to zoom to all objects, grab that, and then I'm going to scale that down not up, down. So it's about big A letters width away from that side. Then what I'm going to do over here, we could just space this out so we kind of find it to the right place. I'm just going to scale this slightly down again. I want it to kind of line up with the top one. Then what I can do is now with this bottom setting, which we could not set or is not settable at the moment, it's on automatic, we can click on that little arrow and we go specify. Now we can choose the exact distance between two lines. So now what I can do is I can decrease this one so we nice and snugly fit it in there. Keep our white space equalish. And if we want, we could adjust this letter and so forth. Now as you can see there, just with the standard text tool, you can do quite a lot. We can now, if we want it, let me just zoom there, we can now change this font if we want, maybe make everything capital and so forth. So it's a very handy text tool. You can make a lot of cool designs with it, just simply in the text tool. But yeah, otherwise, in the meanwhile, before we head to the next features, if we go here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover, and you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.